Activism has a long history in our region, dating back to the beginning of the 20th century. According to the San Diego History Center, the corner of 5th and E in downtown San Diego was known as Soapbox Corner. And from atop soapboxes, groups like the International Workers of the World or the Wobblies would hold speeches and debate with other activists. But in January of 1912, city authorities shut it down and banned speeches for 6 blocks, with 5th and E at its center. Today, this corner is full of bars and restaurants, and life here is very different. And while history may not exactly repeat itself, it sure seems to rhyme.
The people united will never be divided.
There's a long history of protest. Here in San Diego, I'm Frances Yasmin Motiwala. I'm a board member and lead organizer at Activist San Diego.
Motiwala says Activist San Diego has been around since 1999. They started a small, scrappy group and have grown into a 501c3 nonprofit. Motiwala describes the group as the connective tissue of San Diego's social justice organizations.
It's a moment where I think people are freaking out, and rightfully so, because in America we've never seen this kind of radical shift from democracy to dictatorship. We are being flooded with a ton of people who want to get involved, which is very exciting.
Every activist has their own origin story. Motiwala credits education for opening her eyes.
It was in actually high school Government and Democracy Accelerated, thanks to Mrs. Dinas, who taught us like what the different political parties were.
Political science professor Rick Epps says his family is what got him interested in politics.
My mother was very strong, involved, engaged politically. And my grandparents lived through the Tulsa riots. And so I've always had an awareness, and I think from that point it started.
Epps says no matter the catalyst, the causality is the same.
There's an inequity in the system that requires a response, and you're trying to take action in some way, shape, or form.
But what does activism look like? First, Epps says you need to pick a cause.
In order to make change, you have to decide what it is you want to attack, right?
How you choose to express your activism can take many forms. It can be subtle.
Whether it's wearing a pin or a sweatshirt that says, feminist, anti-racist, regenerative economy, or whether it's wearing a shirt that says demilitarize and has your favorite organization's logos on it.
It can also be overt and targeted.
For example, the civil rights movement, where in Montgomery, Alabama, the blacks didn't ride the buses. And so it literally almost put the busing industry out of business.
And according to research, it doesn't require all of us to be involved. Professor Erica Chenoweth from Harvard Kennedy School of Public Policy says their research shows that for nonviolent movements to be successful, just 3.5% of us need to be activists. 3.5% may not seem like a lot, but in the city of San Diego, that's nearly 50,000 people. Chenoweth's research also goes on to show that nonviolent civil actions are far more successful than violent ones.
The question is, can they endure, survive the long term?
For Epps, persistence is the key to a movement's success, and life gets in the way.
You're caught up in the rat race of survival, so you're not really paying attention to the things that are causing you to struggle.
But Motiwala and Epps say do what you can, because for them, activism is a spectrum.
There's a lot of ways people can, as a one human on their own, can actually become, literally grabbing a megaphone and grabbing a sign. You can actually start your own protest wherever you're at.
If you choose to join a cause through activistsandiego.org or speak up about civil rights at Soapbox Corner or even just change your profile picture, our experts say take the action that you can, because everyone can make a difference in their own way. Matthew Bowler, KPBS News.